welcome to Ansel. Today it is the biology series. So in the last episode of the biology series, we discussed about the small intestine in the digestive system. So today we are going to discuss about the last part of the gastrointestinal tract or the digestive system, that is the large intestine. Yes. So today we are going to discuss about the large intestine. So even if its width is larger than the small intestine, it is still not as long as the small intestine. Yes. So the large intestine is the last and final part of the gastrointestinal tract. So the gastrointestinal tract is the tract in our body that takes food from up here to down here. Yes. So the gastrointestinal tract digests food and takes the important nutrients and minerals from that food. So I already discussed about this in the digestive system episode. Yes. So it follows from the small intestine at the end of the small intestine and finally ends at the anal canal where food waste leaves the body. Yes, finally in the anal canal, all the food we ate will go just outside of the body when we go to the toilet. Yes. So next, what does the large intestine do? Yes. So first, the large intestine includes three main parts, which is the colon, the rectum and the anus. Yes. So the colon is the largest one. So sometimes people also call the large intestine as a whole as the colon. Yes. So because the colon is the main part of the large intestine. Okay, so the colon's job is to dehydrate what's left of the food and form it into poop. Yes. So the main use of the large intestine is, so when food enters the large intestine, it would be a bit wet and has some lesser nutrients in it. And so the main use of the large intestine is to take up the water and take the lesser amount of nutrients inside it, and also take up the electrolytes inside the foods. Yes. So that is the main use. So it does this by slowly absorbing water and electrolytes as its muscle system around it moves the waste along. So here also it does peristalsis, where the muscles move the food around. So yeah. Okay. So meanwhile, bacteria living inside the colon feed on the waste and break down further, completing the chemical part of the digestive process. So at this time, bacteria inside our guts will also help in the digestive process. So they will eat what is useful for them but mostly waste for us. So by this they will digest slowly and slowly. Yes. So these bacteria are also very important for digestion inside our body. Yes. Okay. So next, how do the different parts of the large intestine work? How do they even work? Yes. So the first part is the cecum. So if you don't know, the cecum is the starting part of the cecum is the starting part of the large intestine. Yes. Okay. So it is the beginning of the colon. The small intestine feeds into the cecum through a small channel inside of it. In the side of it. To the side, not inside. Yes. Okay. So like the cecum is just like an entrance into the large intestine from the small intestine. Yes. So this is the reservoir where food from the small intestine arrives into the large intestine. So when the cecum is full, it triggers the muscle movements of the colon to begin. So when all of the cecum becomes full, then it starts to send messages to the muscles around the remaining of the colon to start muscle movements. Then the food would go up, and then you know what happens. It will turn into different parts. And yeah. Okay. So next, the colon. So we need to draw a diagram for this. Okay. So we need to erase all of this at the top. Okay, let's take a marker. So this is the large intestine. So here is the cecum. Next here, all of this is the colon. And finally here is the rectum, and finally is the anus. Yes. So in the colon is again divided into 3 main parts. 4 parts. Yes. So these parts are just have imaginary lines. They don't have any boundary between them. Yes. So there are 3 parts. Those are the ascending colon, next the transverse colon, and finally then the descending colon. And the part of the colon which goes to the rectum is the sigmoid colon. Yes. So those are the 4 main colons. So any remaining water and electrolytes are absorbed in the colon only. Yes. So this is where the main digestion happens inside the large intestine. Yes. So the colon secretes muscles to bind and lubricate the food waste to help it pass through smoothly. So here the mucus will make the food stick into a harder, a more compact substance. Yes, instead of separate pieces. Yes. So next, friendly gut bacteria break down the remaining carbohydrates to produce key vitamins like vitamin B and K. Yes, so these that are absorbed through the mucosa. So these friendly gut bacteria break down the carbohydrates into important vitamins. So then those vitamins are absorbed by the mucosa layer inside the large intestine or the colon. Yes. So yeah. Next is the rectum. So when poop enters the rectum, it triggers the urge to defecate. That means go to the toilet. Yes. So this is the natural continuation of the mass muscle movements of the colon. So the feeling of we must go to the toilet is also a muscle movement. Yes, inside our body. It is also continuation of the muscle movements which happen here, everywhere. Yes. So this is about the rectum, and finally is about the anus. So the anus is the canal which poop travels through to leave the body. So it is closed on each side by a muscle sphincter. Yes. So there are 2 sphincters around this anus. So the outer sphincter and the inner sphincter. The inner sphincter we can't control, while the outer sphincter we can control. Yes. So this is for today about the large intestine, or some people may call it the colon. Bye.